everybody, I'm Barb Steinberg, teen life coach for girls, parent coach, and speaker on teen girl issues. Today I wanted to talk with you a little bit about when your daughter feels hurt or angry or rejected, and how we can help her to feel those feelings and express those feelings in a way that is healthy and doesn't hurt someone else. So with iPhones, or any kind of phone, it is super easy to, if you're angry or upset, to send a super angry and mean text, or Instagram, or what else, Snapchat, you name it. It's easy, right? Because I'm sitting in my bedroom, I'm super pissed off, and I just type something out and I press send, and now I feel a lot better. Right? If I am a teen girl, that's generally how it goes. Once that anger has gotten out and I've sent that mean text, now I feel better. But that's not really how we want our girls to necessarily handle their anger every time they feel it, right? Because then it can blow up and become a lot worse. That angry text, there can be more anger and meanness thrown back at your daughter. It now is shared with lots of friends, and now lots of people are getting in on this fight, and it becomes bigger and has a life of its own in some cases. So I like to say I learned this in a parent workshop that I went to as a parent, and I really liked that the speaker talked about the idea of us as parents being our kids' anger coaches, and that we are going to show them and demonstrate for them what to do with your anger and how to manage your anger when you feel angry. I like Lisa D'Amour's description in her book Untangled. She talks about guiding our girls to kind of separate their thoughts and their feelings. So I'm pissed off at Madison because she did X, Y, and Z, with our actions. So the action is, now I'm going to send her a text and I'm going to tell her what I think of her. And I'm going to send it to all of my friends so they know what I think of her too. So there's thoughts and feelings, and then there's actions. And teaching our girls to learn that those are two separate things, that you can have thoughts and you can have feelings, and that's actually really healthy and it's normal as a human. But what are you going to do with your anger? What do you want to do with your anger? That's hard if you don't have a fully developed frontal lobe where executive functioning lives and you actually can think about the future and the consequences of your behavior. That's really hard because you don't have the brain development to do that. So that's where we come in to help them with those big emotions of anger and rejection. So helping our girls to kind of notice the difference, that we want them to feel their feelings. It's normal to be angry sometimes if you're going to be in a relationship with anybody. It's just part of life. And to be hurt or disappointed or feel rejected, that is normal. That can happen. And to teach them a few things. One is, what are the healthy ways that you can feel those feelings, to get it out? Can you have a really good cry? Can you turn on some super sad, sappy music and just bawl your eyes out and get it out? And I'll be here to hold you or give you hugs or whatever it is as your mom or dad. I've got lots of girls that they write it out, diaries, journals. I've got so many creative girls that I've coached over the years that are songwriters and poets. And I've had girls that are artists with ceramics, and they will kind of pour out their emotions into their art, or they play an instrument. And it's such a beautiful, really healthy way to feel those feelings, which is extremely healthy to do. And the nice thing for girls is for them to know that those feelings, once they start feeling them and they pay attention to how long they felt them, they'll notice like, oh, that big cry, that was about 7 minutes. And I thought that if I started to cry and let myself feel all the hurt and anger that I'm feeling, that it would last 24 hours. And it's such a it's an eye-opening thing for girls to realize emotions, they are temporary. They begin and they end, and they don't always last as long as we think that they will. Not that tomorrow you won't have a second really good cry. That's okay too. So we want them to have healthy outlets. We want to encourage them to feel those feelings, have healthy outlets to feel that that anger. What some girls, even it's exercise. I'm going to go for a run, or I'm going to go to my dance class and I'm going to give it my all and I'm going to sweat my brains out and I'm going to feel so much better afterwards. Or a boxing class. That's definitely effective in some cases. So that's one piece. And then the other piece is, what do you want to do with that anger or that rejection that you feel? So let's use the example of, maybe your daughter has a good friend and that good friend got mad at her and then she shared something personal about your daughter, a secret, to their other friends, and it really, really hurt your daughter, but it really made her mad as well. So she might have lots of ways that she'd like to respond that would be unkind or mean. And where we come in is to coach her on what to do or what to say. So depending on her age, the younger she is, the more we're going to give her more guidance and more ideas if she is open to them and wants them. As our girls get older, we're trying to empower them to come up with the ideas of what they would want to say, who they want to say it to, where, when, and all of that, for them to kind of think through, how am I going to handle this? What am I going to say to my good friend that just revealed a secret about me to our friends and it really hurt me? So she might, if she's open, I know in coaching I do a lot of role playing with girls, and sometimes moms and dads are great at role playing as well. So you might role play and give her the words where she would be the friend that betrayed her trust and you would be your daughter, and you could give her the words, something like, I get it that you're mad at me, but I wish that you could have told me in a different way instead of sharing something personal about me to our friends. So that's really a kind and respectful way of saying it, and it's also pretty direct and pretty honest. And for girls, that is really scary to be honest and direct with their friends, because obviously they could lose them. And when you're a teen girl, losing a friend is a little bit like losing a limb. So that's where we come in to coach, feeling feelings, expressing them, moving through them, and then what do you want to do with those feelings? How do you want to handle the situation? So hopefully this has given you some good ideas on how to help your girls through anger and rejection. Those are hard emotions to feel, no matter what your age is. And so having support and guidance on how to have those normal human experiences is really, really helpful. So let me know if you have any more ideas about this topic and you want me to speak to something specific for you and your daughter. I would love to and be happy to. And if you'd like more on tween and teen girl support and help, I'd love it if you would sign up for my newsletter on barbsteinberg.com. I also have a blog there that I think is helpful. And then I'd love it if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel, where there's lots of free videos, free advice on raising happy, healthy, confident, kick-ass girls. Thanks for listening.